What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? Good people, what it do? Be straight up with y'all, man. I want to know how many of y'all seen that video I did about the boy Gully TV, who I call Goofy TV. I ain't got no whole bunch of educational shit to talk to you about tonight. Tonight, I just want to know how many people were from the hood and came off the porch as a teenager. Maybe start running around. I'm trying to gauge. Bro, I help inmates. Why you just come out the blue and say that? You help inmates? What you help inmates do? Go ahead and explain it. Can you explain what you talking about? Arrest the court campaign. Can you explain it? Oh man, you way outside my pay grade. I ain't even being represented by no attorneys doing no shit in court right now. But okay. I feel you. No love laws. Terry Roberts, what's up, man? Man, this guy's cheap. He ain't never. I had to spank Gully again today, man. Terry. No disrespect to Uri, no disrespect to you and the men, but that boy, I don't know how he got away with that shit for so long, bro. Providing their lawfully required documents, okay. Changed up on us he used to care about the black man. I think it's his administration that spiked his game overs. Big Mac. What's the best dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Bro, we ain't talking about chicken tenders. Like, why the fuck would you come over here and ask the best dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Why the fuck you ain't go to Popeyes or something and ask them about some fucking dipping sauce? Fuck, we look like we talking about dipping sauce? The fuck is wrong with you? How you doing? I don't know who you talking to. State parole agents killed my cousin 2 months ago in my city, right by my house. How can we get that story nationwide? I don't want to say what I just thought about saying, but if that's what you're trying to do, hit me on Instagram if I can help. Like, I ain't gonna act like I can help, but I can try to help. You know what I want to say, right? I'm talking about Gully TV. This nigga talking about he talking about he robbed somebody for a purse with $8 in it. He ain't robbed nobody for a purse. He ain't snatched a purse. Him and another nigga stole a purse with $8 in it at 14, and he said that was a good lick for 14. Bruh, I was making hundreds of dollars at 14. I was making hundreds of dollars at 14, bruh. I graduated to murders by 15. What the fuck, bro? I'm telling you, bro, he's a clown. Why are you looking at the camera like that? Why are you worried about it? what old head did all the time. You mad? I'm mad. If you think I'm mad, just keep thinking I'm mad, bro. I don't give a fuck what you think at the end of the day. That nigga Gully from Erie, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to Erie. It's quite a few Erie, Pennsylvania men that I know. Man, funny. By 14, I was a street vet. I ain't gonna say I was a vet, V, but you from Baltimore. You from Baltimore. But I will say this: I don't know if I was a street vet, but I definitely knew what I was doing. Could move around my city all over from uptown to the south side, and I was in adult prison in less than 24 months, and I survived it. Gully didn't even do his time in no hell of a adult prison. He did his time in one of the medium jokes where they had all type of freak niggas at. Ask the Pennsylvania dudes what's up with Gully. See, I'm convinced that the people who watch Gully is either old, washed up motherfuckers who like what the fuck he talking about, or suburbanites who don't know no difference, no disrespect to him, but don't know real nigga believe nothing Gully say, bruh. Don't know real nigga take Gully TV serious. And I'm trying to figure out why Zip with the drip ain't get on top of this shit with this nigga going to visit a rat, a dying crackhead rat on his deathbed. They told on him. They told on him. This crackhead told on him. Gully TV, the hardest nigga in Omaha, next to Bud Crawford. Why you put Bud Crawford and Gully TV in the same sentence? But they out here snatching you brothers. Who out here snatching you brothers? What you mean by that? Your credit score dropped just being here? Get the fuck out, nigga. Go buy a dildo and get busy. Who the fuck? Let me get you out of here. How about that? You ain't got to worry about your credit score. We ain't gonna see you under that name no more. That's how much. That's how much I really cared about his credit score. I follow you. Check your YouTube messages. Been following you just before you started with that. How am I check my YouTube messages? What you mean by that, bro? Sean Branch ain't stepped. Well, Gully TV is being now. Sean Branch know I fuck Gully TV up. Sean Branch know me. Sean Branch know I will fuck Jamil up. Sean Branch know that. Sean Branch watched me grow up in prison. Sean Branch know I tear Gully ass up. I tear the fur off him. I make that nigga grow a beard and a motherfucking Philly. Fuck out of here. Sean Branch is the Christ said Gully TV put DC on the map. All right, you got it. I'm not even responding to you no more. I ain't gonna block you though. You can say that. You know, if you know what you talking about, that Gully TV couldn't have put nothing from the District of Columbia on the map because the motherfuckers he'd have met just come home from doing 20 and 30 years in prison that was already on the map. That's how he knew who the fuck they was. Ain't nothing special about Jamil. The more he talked, the more he exposed himself as a clown. I would have never told nobody I stole a purse. And he tried to say it was a robbery. How was it a robbery? Even under his terms, how was it a robbery? He said they got caught for a robbery. They didn't get caught for a robbery. They got caught for stealing a purse. Not snatching a purse. They ain't snatch a pocketbook, as they used to say here in the 80s. They stole it. You know, I ain't gonna say I ain't stole something before. Like, I stole my science teacher car in 7th grade. I really stole it. Like, she went to do something else. I seen the keys on the desk. I took the keys. Got in the car, left. I stole it. Now, I didn't know. I ain't walking around saying that. I ain't walked around saying I robbed her for a car. I stole her car like a petty ass little teenager. The same thing that he was doing. Stealing a purse. Maybe he should have told the story like that. Now, he was 14, stealing a purse with $8. I was 13, stealing a car to go to the hood. Let's think about it. Damn, that make a lot of sense. He say, man, I've watched you a lot. You got a lot of knowledge. I know you gotta talk about some of these topics, but I wish you could hit people at the same time. I respect that. I thought you was on some bullshit at first, but that makes sense. Steve-O. You see Ray 4th Street in the Northwest looking and listening. AM, North Carolina. Big brother, okay. Got a song on Apple Music where it starts off fast lane like Eon. Stop playing. When you dropping on YouTube about that inmates with Fly, I'm locked in. I just dropped a Fly joint not too long ago, maybe 2-3 days ago. Stole the science teacher's car. Shit, yeah, I mean, that wasn't no gangster shit. I ain't trying to make it out like gangster shit. Like he said, I robbed somebody. I stole the science teacher car, bro. On some petty ass little boy shit. In like 7th grade. Got put out of school. Got put out of school. Did any of y'all already know that Gully said that was a robbery though? That's what I'm here to troll. How was him stealing a purse a robbery? Like now we gotta start defining every word he used because he lied so much. How did him and the dude stealing the purse become a robbery? Someone we was stealing and robbing and he told on me on a robbery. For him to say he told on me on a robbery is to make the shit sound sophisticated. The dude that told on him, who was a rat, who's on his dying deathbed, who turned into a crackhead over the years, is Gully's friend, one of his first crime partners, one of his men. He fucked with him, he loved him, but he told on him, which is why I call him a rat lover, which is now to understand why he took up for rats all this time. All these years he been talking this shit on the internet, he was a rat lover the whole time. He was a fucking rat lover the whole time. And he doubled down on, he said, I want to make sure that we dispel this myth about rats and rats and rats and rats. If they your friend, they your friend forever, no matter what. He is a spineless coward. If he cool with ratting like that, imagine what he's done in his life that we don't know about. And I ain't the type of nigga that put speculation of ratting on nobody. But if he that cool with it, he want to stand up to it. Every time I heard him talk about some ratting, he was defending some ratting shit. Jamil, the goofy TV nigga. How did y'all let him get away with that? Where's Zip with the drip at when you need him? Tell Zip with the drip, I just want his opinion on it. Is that some cool shit that you go to see a nigga that told on you when y'all was kids? So you know this nigga been a rat your whole life and it's one of your friends? He said, that's my dog. I don't remember what you asked about, Fly, though. I don't know what messages you talking about, but I see what you saying. I don't know unless you talking about some messages on Instagram. Like I don't know about no messages on YouTube. I don't even know what you talking about. Real talk. No lie. But how many of y'all think Gully was an armed robber? How many of y'all think? How did he rob? This is what I want to ask y'all, because I'm still on this. I need y'all to help me understand this. How did he rob? How did the two of them rob her for her purse? He talking about somebody else got blamed for it. How? If it was a robbery, a police report would have been filed. That was a theft. It wasn't even a purse snatching. They stole the woman's purse while she was trying to wash her clothes. I agree with that. Somebody said Gully don't know if he want to be from Philly or New York. I think Gully faking the funk, my boy. I just want y'all to focus on one thing at a time. Like, I don't want to destroy his whole facade in one sitting. I want to destroy it brick by brick. He never committed a robbery, and he called it a robbery out of his own mouth. He said he told on me on a robbery. He didn't tell on you on no robbery. Before he was a crackhead, you was doing some crackhead shit with him, and y'all stole the woman's purse with $8 in it. Y'all should have seen that she only had $8. Y'all should have gave that shit back, bro. It wasn't even worth the sin. It wasn't even worth when you die, you got to answer for that $8. You should have gave that $8 back. Well, I'm just on some joke time right now, and that's why we're giving him a little attention. I feel you though. But I want the world to know, at least all the people who respect my opinion, to know that he is big fraud, big time fraud. Big time fraud, bro. How was that a robbery? Why did he choose the word robbery? It wasn't even a strong arm robbery. They didn't take it from her. They stole it like cowards. He bit somebody in the face. He that type of dude. I ain't never bit a nigga in the face. He bit somebody. That's one of them, wow, I want to show a nigga that I'm lunching type shit. Nigga supposed to gut his ass. He would have bit me in the face, I'd have stabbed him 100 times. At least in jail. I'm not on that violent shit like this. I'm not on that violent shit like that on the streets, but in jail, I'd have stabbed him 100 times. And even though I say I ain't on that, but I keep one. I'd have gutted him. I keep one on me. I carry a knife like an ID. I'm on some institution shit. Gully ain't even worth talking about. He's nothing but a mark. He's definitely something to talk about. That's content for days. He is super content. You don't know that? I make a Gully video about twice a month. I make a Gully video about twice. All you gotta do is look at his page and he gonna give you some Bama shit to talk about. Anytime he put on one of them goofy ass knitted hats that look like a motherfucking Moscow hat, whatever you call the Russian joints, and then make a knit scarf to go with it in that weird ass color pattern. What did he do to you? He showed paperwork on you or something? He got in my business and he talked a bunch of shit. So he made me analyze him, and he talked some shit about Wayne Perry. And Wayne Perry 3,000 miles away and can't respond. I didn't like that either. Do that satisfy you to ask the question, did he show your paperwork or something? Ain't no paperwork for him to show on me. My paperwork say hole in the head. That's all my paperwork say. What is there to tell on that? I did it by myself. You think you smoked some coke before? Go ahead. I don't have no proof of that, but somebody on here say they think that boy smoked coke before. How are you going to let a mark get to you, fam? He ain't get to me. I mean, you telling a story like he getting to me. This is a late night Smoker J. Before I play PlayStation, I done finished taking care of all my adult grown man business. Now I'm bidding on Goofy TV for him saying that he went to see a crackhead on his dying deathbed that told on him before. He a rat and a crackhead, and that's his man. That's the company he keep. That's the company he keep. said, if you ever see him don't do anything, he's gonna send you to jail. I ain't gonna go to jail for him, trust me. I know what I'm doing. He wanna be a cool crackhead. I don't think Goofy a crackhead. He don't look like a crackhead. He don't got no crackhead demeanor to me. He a rat lover though, out of his own mouth. Hit me on DC Blacks on Instagram. We can talk about it. I gotta view what you talking about. I ain't sure. He sound like it for me. He definitely sound like he'd tell something. He had no problem with it. He friends with a nigga that told on him when he was a kid. He friends with a nigga that he told on when he was a kid. Think about that. Just think about that. He friends with a nigga that told on him when he was a kid. And he talking about he was listening to the DMX song thinking about the dude. Why you bring me that? That been up there for 2 days. I wrote on it. And I'm not gonna get caught. We gonna get on Gully. Man, I'm on every time he make a mistake and say something dumb. See, that's how I know he don't even know no better. What person would say that? I'm friends with a nigga that told on me. And he said we committed a robbery. I refuse to call that a robbery. He stole a woman's purse. That's not a robbery. He didn't give you no description of what the robbery was. He said the woman was slipping in the laundromat. Let me break that down. Let me translate that for you. He was in a group home. They used to take them to a laundromat to wash their clothes on Friday. I've been in that situation before where they used to take us to them junks. He said we seen a lady slipping and we robbed her for her purse. He's saying we stole it and it had $8 in it. What I'm saying is that if she had $8 in her purse at the laundromat washing her fucking clothes, you should have gave her the $8 back. How you and another nigga gonna break down $8? I'm not even taking a $4 cent to my grave. I have never stole $4. Well, $8 and broke it down with a nigga. $8 at 14, I was selling drugs at 14. I kept $1,000 or more in my pocket at 14. What the fuck do I want a purse for? With $8 and he should have gave that bitch back. Do anybody agree that at 14 years old, even if you a street guy, like you out here running the streets, an $8 purse stealing, not a pocketbook snatching, but stealing a purse, that's some cool, that's okay? That's some okay shit? Is that some okay shit? Did they snatch the purse at 14 that had $8 in it? He said that was a good lick for 14. Can you imagine what else he did? It's not me making this up. He said that was a good lick at 14. I'm waiting for, that's a real question. That ain't just me talking. Is that a good lick at 14? I can tell you about all type of licks I had at 14. I broke in the car at 14, stole 3 guns. What other shit we was doing at 14? We robbed nigga for Eddie Bauer jackets. That's some petty shit we did. Really robbed him. Gun in his face, take your coat off. We did petty shit when we was kids too, but we ain't never stole a purse, bruh. I just gave y'all a number of petty shit I did at 13 and 4. I stole my science teacher car. I did petty shit. I've never stole a purse, and I would never call it a robbery. I ain't never did a regular robbery. Any robbery I ever committed was an armed robbery. Fuck, I'm gonna look like stealing a purse for $8. What the fuck was they gonna do? You can't get a bag of weed with $8. Ain't no honor in that. I was trying to make my own money at 14 and 15. Never could be a thief. But a thief is the lowest criminal. I don't include all that weird shit, the other crimes like sex crime. I'm talking about regular crime. Prostitution, gambling, robbing, regular crime. The thief is the lowest. I would have got excited for a purse snatching. It wasn't a purse snatching. They stole it. And then they still got caught. Talk about something interesting. Go somewhere and find something that you're interested in. Science teacher car was diabolical. It was. It was petty, but it still cost about $10,000. It wasn't $8. If her car cost $8, I would have gave her car back too. Fuck, I'm gonna do with an $8 car. That's a Fred Flintstone car. I ain't never stole a purse. I've never went on a crime that netted $8. I mean, I can tell you 3-4 more petty things. I robbed a nigga for an ounce before. Like, petty shit. Never a purse. I wouldn't even rob a woman for a purse. At that age. I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about at that age, at 14 and 15, when I was robbing. I was an armed robber. I went to jail for armed robbery. You sound like me. That's why I fuck with this channel. Just think about it, though. I guess stealing purses is getting your dribble right. Yeah, if you watching, if you tuned into me, you tuned into the dribble. A nigga who snatched purses and got corruption of minor charges, and think that at 14, a purse stealing, not a snatching, a purse stealing, a purse theft with $8. Why did he emphasize the $8 part? He should have known that that was going to be of interest to me. $8, $8 nigga. Get your dribble right. Go snatch a person. No, go steal a purse and get your dribble right. $8 bozo. But he done had a crossover dribble since he was 14. Nigga stole a purse. Got a co-defendant on a purse stealing. You know what type of shit I had co-defendants on? Armed robbery, kidnapping. This nigga got a co-defendant on a purse stealing. He stole a purse with $8 in it. They called it a robbery. And nobody said nothing. Somebody just sent me the video today. That shit happened Sunday. Nobody thought to tell me. Your man Gully said he stole somebody's purse. They had $8 in it. Why am I just hearing about this shit today? Well, it's 12:39. I just heard about it yesterday. I was looking up to get money dudes at 14, watching how to get it on your own. No stealing. Nothing of interest would have been in nobody's purse, bro. At a laundromat. Now, I went on a robbery one time. Now I'm thinking about robberies. I ain't gonna say the dude's name. Dude from my neighborhood. We went on an armed robbery. I was about 15. He robbed a dude. Well, we robbed a dude and a bride. The dude had his stash in her purse. So we took the purse. If I just had to think of all the dumb shit that I done did when I was coming up. His stash, his drug stash was in the bride purse that he was walking with, so we took the purse too. Took the shit out the purse and threw the purse on the ground. So I done terrible, goofy, petty shit, but never no shit like that. Somebody said I stole a car at 13. I got possession of stolen property. Yeah, that's a real crime. It wasn't a purse. And it ain't had $8 in it. You ain't had to break $8 down with another person. That's about $4. He's talking about nigga told on him. Y'all probably set another nigga up. I'm telling you, they probably set the other nigga up. $4. They stole the purse with $8 in it, 2 of them. Well, at least he mentioned 2. We don't know how many it was, but what was more amazing is that he said that that was a good lick at 14. That ain't a good lick at 5 years old. You can't give her 2, 3 packs of Annihilators. $8? Like, maybe if you was in Uganda somewhere and you stole $8, it'd be life-changing money. He ain't even changed the day. Fuck I'm gonna do with $8? Like, at 14. And then if you want to say that they was doing that all day, you know how many $8 capers they got to do all day to get a couple dollars between two people? We had dope. We had dope in pages in 98, 99. I don't know, bikes. That's true. Robbed something with a PA net on. He said, wait, Gully TV had to split $8? Yeah, out of a purse they stole. That's what he said. And he said it was a good lick. It was a good lick. That's how you know. That's how you know he wasn't into no street life as no teenager for real. Because in his mind, he'd have made it up like, oh, I'm almost 50 years old. At 14, that probably was good. Fuck no, it wasn't. He said, even if it was $800, it still wasn't enough. If it was $800, I would have been like, damn, at 14, at least they came off with $800. You split that, you got $400. I would have been like, all right, that was petty, but they stole $800. At least you could do something with $800. What you gonna do with $8? That ain't worth the sin. S-I-N. That's not worth the sin. It's not even worth going to the grave with all the things that I got to answer for when I die. I ain't answering for $8. Fuck $8. I would have gave that shit back. Got that shit off my spiritual record. And that's his man. That's his man. And he told on him about $8. What you think he would have did if they went in a bank? He'd have did like the nigga Cool Hand Luke. Come on out, Jamil. They caught us. They caught us. What you mean they caught us? They caught you. No, they caught us. Come on out, Jamil. And that's still his friend. I don't want to be friends with Jamil or nobody like him. Because if you friends with Jamil, he friends with a rat. Think about it. That's why you can't be friends with people like Jamil, because they friends with rats. That's his lifelong friend, and he's a rat. And he been a rat since 14, and he been Jamil's friend all these years. And he's a rat. So that means anybody that was dealing with Jamil was dealing with a nigga that had a friend that was a rat, that he still goes to see. Gully don't want to fade, so why trip? It's just content. I don't want to fade neither. But you ain't gonna hear me telling no stories of me stealing no purse, calling it a robbery. That's a robbery. He wanted to make it sound like it was something. They was stealing. He a thief. He said he was one of them niggas that used to walk around with the football jersey saying, can you help us? Can you give us some money to pay for our football clothes? He's a thief. I was shoveling snow when he was out there begging for money for the football team so they could steal it. Say not no big boy shit, but damn sure not no $8. I wouldn't even have said that out my mouth. Even if I told the story, I would have never told the $8 part. I would have never told that we was in a laundromat. I would have never said I stole no money from no lady. I would have never called it a robbery. It's not a robbery. It's not even a strong arm robbery. They didn't even, it's like purse snatching is a crime. They didn't even snatch a purse. They stole the purse, stole the $8 out of it like some petty ass scoundrels, and probably threw the purse away. Robbing a woman on any circumstance was bullshit unless she was the plug wife. Well, that's what I was telling you about the little robbery I went on when I was about 14, 15. The shit that we wanted, he put it in the purse. We had to take the purse. But we didn't go walking nowhere and say, oh, she got a purse, let's take the purse. We was on a nigga ass. You dig what I'm saying? That's not the same thing. There's nothing I would have been ashamed to admit that. I mean, even if I wasn't ashamed to admit it, because it's things that I'm not proud of, I would omit it. You get it? He ain't had to say $8. He ain't had to say we robbed her. He ain't robbed shit. She probably would have beat him up. Much love to DC from New Orleans. You got so many homies here in Pollock where I'm at now. Shout out to all the men in Pollock. What it do, what it do. Free the men. Exactly. But I'm saying he didn't even snatch her purse. They probably did one of the diversion crackhead jumps like, oh, excuse me, you got change for $1. The other nigga probably stole the purse. They went outside like crackheads because the other dude was a future crackhead. He was a crackhead in the making already. Gully might have played with that motherfucking white girl himself. I mean, he got a bunch of friends that's crackheads. Why they Gully put me on blast, bro? Gully ain't put me on blast. I'm a real person in a real world. Even when I cut this phone off, I'm still somebody. He ain't put me on blast. How could he put me on blast about anything? He lifelong friends with a nigga that told on him. How you gonna put me on blast about anything? Think about what you saying. Think about what you saying. What happened with Gully? Well, I done told the story 100 times. They stole the purse at 14 with $8 in it. And he said that was a nice lick for 14. His 14 and my 14 ain't the same thing. It's impossible. It is impossible. His 14 and my 14 are not the same thing. Point blank. No lie, on your podcast, you did something no one never did by getting Clifton Powell on. That was big. That's why they mad, Eon. Well, shout out to Tone and Jahad. They the one that really put that play together, but I take the credit for the journalism. Nah, I'm lying. I ain't lying, man. I got a video. I think the video say Gully TV admits out of his own mouth that he's a rat lover and stole a purse, something. It's on there. Go look at it. You ain't even got to look at his whole video. I got the clips from my video. I couldn't believe he said that taking a purse, I'm going to say it 100 times. I can't believe that he said taking a purse at 14 was a good lick. I just listed 3 or 4 capers I went on at 14 and 15 because that other joint, it was the summertime, my birthday in the summer. That was a summertime. Like I was robbing in 92, 91 and 92. But DC was the murder capital. I was influenced by that shit. Why are you tripping? I'm not tripping. I'm tripping because I'm laughing that a nigga stole a purse at 14. I'm tripping. But he made a whole freaking video about it. Gully coming to South Carolina to do what? He cool with his homie that told on him. He ain't just cool with him. He said that's his dog. He said he wanted to dispel this myth that, once you're a rat, there's something is up. He said that, if you friends with a person and that's your man, you stuck with him. And he quoted the DMX song with his goofy ass. He talking about the one that he said, this is for my dog, this is for my dog. I wish I would go see a nigga on his deathbed that told on me. I wish I would. Do you know what type of shit I would be talking to his ass on his deathbed? I would lean over and whisper, rat ass bitch, I wish you would have took this motherfucking trip 30 years ago. I say some dangerous shit like that to just make him want to die. He gonna come out that Joe make a heartfelt video. So since he made a heartfelt video, I put some heartfelt music behind it. And he ain't gonna do nothing about it. He can't do nothing about it. He don't want no gunplay. What he gonna do to me? He sent me a message saying he'd jump up and down on my head. Imagine if he jumped up and down on my head. Let's imagine that he did something. He punched me and knocked me down to the ground and jumped up and down on my head. What you think I'm gonna do when I get up? Even if I don't get up right there, even if I go to the hospital in a coma, if I get up out the coma, what you think I'm gonna do? He said he from 8th in Germany. I thought he said he was from 17th in Germany. He got 21st. He got East 21st Street on this Bama ass old ass jean jacket. That nigga from the 80s like shit. He got one of them jackets we used to wear. What them jokes was called? New Jack City jackets, New Jack Swing. He got a 2025 New Jack Swing jacket, like an 8-ball remix. This podcast here, my Vlad TV, while y'all helping him blow. I'm riding with my own kind of DC blacks. Okay, salute. He might bite you, Slim. He bite me, I'm gonna put a big ass hole in him like an egg roll. Tell him I said that. And I ain't never stole a purse or snatched a purse, but I done used that dial. I've done that before. I've never stole a purse. I've never snatched a purse. But you know how that movie Colors? You know they say Rocket don't smoke, Rocket don't joke. Rocket busts a cap in a nigga. He know it. He can sit around and play talking about you want to play tough. You're not tough. You're not from the hood. That paperwork y'all playing with say hole in head. Left in car and shit like that. None of his paperwork don't say no shit like that. And I'm not proud of that. But when I was dangerous or active, I was really a part of that goofy shit. No gangster snatch purses. I know back in the day, some dudes that turned out to be gangsters. Back in the day, they had done anything. But a lot of them dudes in the 60s and 70s, they was drug addicts before they blew up. So it's still some crackhead shit to me. Snatching a purse is that's not no move, bro. That's some desperate crime of opportunity, broke shit. Let's call that what it is. No purse snatching is no cool shit. I don't care when you was doing it. I respect a nigga that's a pickpocket before I research a nigga that's gonna snatch a bride purse. At least them pickpocket niggas gotta have a skill. Nigga snatched my grandmother purse when we was kids. All of us went up Georgia Avenue and beat the brakes off this nigga as kids. Like, y'all think them kids beat the man up? I don't wanna make a joke about it, you know, rest in peace to the old man. But the 13, 14-year-old beat the person to death in DC, we had almost had a jump like that. Beat his ass to the no count, till the ambulance came. For snatching my grandmother's pocketbook. That's what we used to say, pocketbook. Like, snatching a purse, that's what they say, but back in the day, they said, man, nigga snatch his grandmother's pocketbook. When you ain't got no money for the bus and live across town, yeah, that's one of them type of crimes, man. That's one of them jobs where you hungry as shit, you want some bologna, you snatch a purse and it's $8 in it and it's two of y'all. What you think they did with the $8? Let's explore that. What's wrong? You hungry? What you think they did with the $8? And see, it'd be crazy if I was making this up like I was joking. I'm not joking. He said, man, we got $8. That was a good lick for 14. How did he fix his mouth and say, that's how you know he don't know nothing. Goofy TV. A rat like Gully feels comfortable talking about you like that. I don't care what he say. I don't mind. He ain't gonna come back to DC no more. And if he do, he gonna be in a hotel in Arlington and Alexandria somewhere saying he in DC. He won't come to DC and make his presence known. And that's not a threat. I'm not saying I'm gonna pull up and do nothing illegal. But I'm saying he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna feel comfortable doing that. He called that shit a lick. He called it a lick. $8, bruh. $8, man. I'm telling you, he one of them type of motherfuckers that make a deal with a prostitute and take the money back. He just petty. he just petty and slimy. You should see that video I did about him when he was like, fuck the community. I don't care nothing about the community. When I cared about the community, I had a store and they broke into my store and they vandalized my shit. That mean they don't respect you in that community. I got a homie that just had a store on Georgia Avenue for 5 years. Ain't nobody do as much as spit on the window. That mean he fucked up. He from a teeny little ass town. Why would they break into a store? He from a little ass town. Everybody should know everybody. They vandalized the store twice. That mean he ain't shit. Think about it. I got homies here in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. I ain't got to break that down. They store ain't get vandalized and broken into. And they stores in the heart of the ghetto. No bars on the window. He fucked up. If you was purse snatching back in the day, you was the black sheep of the hood. And then some. We counted you all the way out. Bruh, you couldn't snatch no purse around us when we was kids. I ain't talking about before us, when the dudes, the generation, like 2 generations before me, when motherfuckers when they was heroin addicts. I ain't gonna count a dope fiend as being some regular shit. They'd do anything. Crackheads and dope fiends, their addiction overpowers their morals and principles sometimes. But he said he was God given to a corner. He was slanging and banging. He was hustling for starter jackets and shit. That don't fit, bruh. His story don't fit, bruh. He like that CB4 courage, man. We start calling that nigga. His name ain't Gully. His name Gusto. And he not from German, whatever the fuck he say. He from CB4. He said he give you tree jumper vibes. I don't want to make up no shit on him. But somebody in area should know him. Goofy ass TV. Where can you purchase and support from the city hats? Oh, these our city. Go to our city, DC. This the Northwest version. Hey, Jack, go sit down. Sound like Sammy Davis Jr. in this motherfucker. Better appreciate it. Yeah, this Toad shit. Shout out to Toad. Old Toad and Jahar got that Clifton Powell sit down. I'm gonna have to make that Joe to take some clips. I'm glad y'all like that, Joe. There was a lot of likes on there, a lot of comments on that, Joe. That's a real journalistic interview. And I let him talk. I ain't cut him off or nothing. Gun and cop mad about that. Mad about that. Now they saying that we put Clifton Powell up to do it to correct it. Man, the way the sick mind works is crazy to me. It's incredible. Every day they keep talking about, I'm coming out with a movie. I'm coming out with a magazine. They've been saying that shit since like 2015. I don't be talking about I do it. If I say I'm writing a book, I write a book. If I say I'm doing something stupid, I do something stupid. Like, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Why did Gully target you? He ain't target me. What he did was he said something about Wayne. I said something in response to it, and he hopped on the dick of team up for debate. Team Alpo, another rat lover. He in love with a nigga he never met from a whole nother city. Why he ain't find a rat from Detroit to idolize? He gonna idolize a Puerto Rican rat from New York. I mean, what do that even say about him as a rat man? Like you only find he couldn't find no rat out of Detroit to idolize. He gotta idolize a New York rat. No disrespect to my New York niggas and shit, but you get what I'm saying. So Gully ain't target me. Only way Gully would ever target me would be on a video game. He could never target a nigga like me. A nigga that target a woman with a purse at a laundromat washing her clothes for work and shit. You can't mention me and that nigga in the same type of sentence or category on no criminal conversation. We not the same. My juvenile crimes don't match his juvenile crimes. Let's go crime for crime. Like they say, let's go band for band. Let's go crime for crime. His juvenile crimes don't match me. I caught an adult case as a juvenile. That show you that my crimes was different than his. I don't even got no purse stealing or snatching on my criminal resume. So, do you agree with that answer I gave you? That he didn't target me? He thought I was down and out. See, what I did was I stopped playing on Instagram for about a week after that shit because I was really upset about some shit that was going on. So I said, let me just not even get on here. Let me just keep doing my YouTube shit to keep my views going and my shit, you know. He thought I was running from the internet. That's how you know he an internet nigga. I'm on the internet, so I take the term internet nigga. I don't care. That shit don't bother me. But in real life, I'm a real motherfucker that got emotions and thoughts and shit like that. So while he thought that I was weak, he called himself kicking me. He said, man, most of these niggas won't be on the internet no more. Bruh, only way I'm not gonna be on the internet if I just don't feel like being on the internet no more. Ain't no nigga on the internet gonna run me off the internet. Get the fuck out of here. I had motherfuckers that really killed people had problems with me. You think I care about a nigga on the internet that call himself the dribble? Oh my god, the dribble upset. The dribble. Can you imagine me pulling up somewhere saying, man, I'm looking for the dribble. The fuck out of here, man. I'm looking for the pin cushion so I can fill his ass full of holes. I guess that was getting his dribble right. He stole a purse with $8 in it. Two niggas stole a purse with $8 in it. $8. What about Barry Farms? You put Barry Farms and then put a question mark. What you mean? He said Gully said he was a celebrity prison basketball star. He say that, and we didn't let him get away with that, but now he done told so many lies. We might need to verify that now. We might need to verify that now. You think Gully can come to DC because the National Guard's here? You got a good point. What he gonna do? Come around and walk around with the National Guards and shit? Trump did said he made DC safe. They ain't locked me up in this shit that's going on, and Lord willing, they won't. I ain't gonna give them a reason. I've been sent here to check your paperwork. Go check your mother genitals. She got a motherfucking penis and a vagina. What do you know what that's called? Go check your mother genitals. She was born before you can identify as what you want, so that's the only reason she called a woman. She really wanted to identify as a man. Gully TV not from New York. He got you believing he from New York. That nigga from a mountain. That nigga from on the other side of the mountains by Lake Erie. That nigga from a railroad town. He said, I'm gonna hit me a lick tonight. Dude outside 7-Eleven got like $6.50 on him. I'm about to be up. Ah! Them niggas had to switch out for $8. Oh my God. Salute. What it do? Gully's first video was about him bragging about what dudes from Philly did while he was in prison. Nothing about Erie. I watched some of his early videos. He used to be repping like he was gonna rep for Philly. Like, I got y'all. Y'all Philly niggas like that gangster shit. I got that shit. I got that shit. You don't got nothing, bro. You spent all together about 7 years in prison. It wasn't even straight. And they told me he was at one of the prisons where they had the dudes with the fucked up charges and all that shit. How you do time? I ain't staying on no compound if they got the niggas with the fucked up charges. He might be an athlete. I ain't gonna take that from him. I ain't gonna take that. He looked like one of them niggas that plays sports in the joint. One of them niggas, a nigga buy him tennis shoes and shit. Give him a couple extra tuna fish, a couple kipper snaps, a few mackerels, some sardines. He'll play basketball for your team. He might ban you from Erie. Bruh, if it ain't Cleveland, I ain't even going in that region of the motherfucking country. Fuck do I need to go to Erie for? The economy of Erie damn near died when the railroad left. Come on, bro. Come on. This nigga bought a 2013 Benz E350 and put Vogues on it and took pictures beside it like it was a Bugatti. You think I care about him? To that extent? He talking about he represent hip hop's fashion and sports. I give him the sports. I even give him the old hip hop. What is fashionable about that nigga? What it do? What's up, Slum? Would you ever have a sit down with Andre Bruno? For what? Nah, I don't need no sit down with him. Nah, and I ain't talking about him right now. I done gave him too much attention. I don't need the attention. I don't need the attention. If you feel what I'm saying, I don't need the attention. I didn't say nothing about him for no attention. Somebody asked me a question, and that day I felt like answering that question. That's what I'm saying. Tree jumper. If he was in a joint like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he got some wild shit on his resume. Shout out to you, E. You a real one, bro. Strong content, all big facts. DC in the building. Salute, appreciate it. Look, I'm in here with a few brothers from Ben and Turds right now, and all of them say, "What's up, Slim?" Shout out to Ben and Turds. What it do? Shout out to the men. Shout out to Ben and Turds, man. Shout out to the niggas in the hood. Yeah, and then he gonna go team up with another rat to assassinate my character. But see, what they don't know is that they didn't read the case, and the person that sent them the shit, gun and call mother, big ugly. The people that they alleging that the shit happened to is the people that I got the murder case for. How do that make sense? Gully was praising Charlie Kirk. If Gully was praising Charlie Kirk, that's a gimmick. He doing that for views. I don't even talk about Charlie Kirk. I ain't even know who he was until that happened. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna jeopardize saying the wrong thing about him on my channel. I don't care nothing about that whole topic. I'm out here in Pollock right now, just scrolling. I'm on my daughter's account. Shout out to the men. Tell the good men down there I said, what's up? Shout out to the man, good men down there in Pollock, bro. Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. I got a couple good men down there. I don't know what type of people be following that channel, man. Nobody call them out or question them about that $8 thing. Salute. Don't steal his joy. That was a proud moment in his life. You right. I ain't gotta steal his joy. That was just content for the day while I was working on something else. But I've been there for a minute, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and get your dribble right. Catch y'all later.